Thanks for watching NBC10 News. I'm Kelsey Kushner.
And I'm Johnny Archer. The First Alert Weather team has issued this snow alert days ago, and it is right on track. Take a look at the bottom of your screen. That's where we are listing all of the areas that have declared a snow emergency today. And those emergencies include the entire state of New Jersey, and that means there are now restrictions for certain vehicles like tractor trailers and RVs on the interstates. And this is video from Trenton showing people where they are packing the stores, and the holiday shopping lists have been replaced by big demand for shovels and ice melt. The streets departments across the region have been on standby, and this morning crews got busy at the salt yards. And this is video from Skyforce 10 above the area in Lindenwold, Camden County, and crews started hitting the roads this afternoon. And now the snow arrived a short time ago in parts of the region, as you can see right there, that blue and pink on the NBC10 First Alert radar right there. It is moving into our area right now.
NBC10 has you covered as the snowstorm arrives and moves out tomorrow. We have reporters and meteorologists across the Delaware Valley. Let's start with NBC10 First Alert meteorologist Robert Johnson.
Here we go. That's why we issued the first alert due to this winter storm. It's now in effect and will remain in effect until 2 o'clock in the morning. It's in effect for most neighborhoods due to the mix of snow and ice along with some rain. We've kept Kent County, Cumberland County, and Cape May counties out of the first alert because it's mainly rain for those neighborhoods. Right now, the view of the radar where we see the blue and white, that's snow, but not all of it is reaching the ground. And the pink, that is primarily sleet that's pushing into our region. And even though in Philadelphia the snow isn't reaching the ground, at least just yet, I have seen some observations from Redding's airport and Allentown's airport where some snow is reaching the ground. And even though it's an initial thump of snow, this is going to transition over to sleet for many of our neighborhoods. Hour by hour we go. By 6 o'clock this evening, the precipitation is heavier and it's reaching the ground. The pink, that's mainly sleet. The green, that's rain from Dover through Millville off into Atlantic City and Avalon. Fast forward to 9 o'clock tonight. Some snow mixing in with some sleet, mainly in the Lehigh Valley through portions of Bucks County, Trenton, and near Toms River. Mainly sleet from Redding through Philadelphia into Tabernacle, and some rain, heavy at times, from Dover into Avalon and Atlantic City. By 12 and 12:30, the precipitation starting to come to an end. It's much lighter, but still some snow and sleet in the PA suburbs, a couple of rain showers in South Jersey and Delaware, and then this moves out overnight, and by 6:30 tomorrow morning, it's a cold start to the day. Watch for slick spots, but mainly the precipitation is out of here. Meteorologist Justin Godynick joins me for team coverage. He's in Glassboro, New Jersey, with Storm Ranger 10 to give us a closer view for what's happening right now. Justin.
Yeah, Robert, we're out here with Storm Ranger 10. It is our mobile Doppler radar, and I want to just let you in on a couple observations I'm making right now. I have my weather instrument out here. This gives me the temperature and, more importantly, the dew point right now. The dew point is about 21 degrees. As we start to precipitate here in Glassboro, the temperature will come down and meet the dew point. So even though this may be a sleet storm for Gloucester County, Camden County here in New Jersey, it's going to get awful cold, and that will accumulate, and it will accumulate quite quickly. What we're looking at on radar is something called the correlation coefficient. And I want to point this out to you. See that brighter spot right along 422 on the borders of Montgo and parts of Chester County? That's the difference between who's seeing sleet, which is showing up in the brighter areas, in the yellow shadings, and the red, which is mainly snow. Sleet is a larger object, and the radar hits it and feeds back a brighter return. And that's why this radar is so useful for us as we determine who's seeing rain, who's seeing snow, and who's seeing sleet. Current temperatures right now, we're looking at numbers that are generally in the middle and the upper 20s, but notice there are a couple 30s as you work down to where I am here in Gloucester, Camden County in New Jersey. The warmer air is going to win the battle here first, and eventually where I'm standing, we will go from sleet to freezing rain and perhaps even eventually over to rain. But in that interim, roads are going to be a mess. Stay off the roads, and please stay safe throughout the evening. We're going to be out here throughout the evening giving you updates from Glassboro, New Jersey. That's the latest. Back over to Johnny and Kelsey for now.
All right, certainly a busy time in the weather department. All right, Justin, thank you. And several highways in New Jersey and in Pennsylvania have speed restrictions in place tonight. Here's a live picture right now of the traffic situation along the Schuylkill Expressway. Also, South Philadelphia, I-95 in Wilmington, and Center City as well. Let's get an update on the situation right now. We have Miguel Martinez-Valle in Trenton, but we start with Isabel Sanchez in Allentown, where crews are working around the clock to keep the streets safe. Isabel, how are things looking up there? I see the snow coming down right now.
It's coming down. It's been coming down since like 3:30 p.m., John. It's not too bad as of right now. If you see behind me, you can see there's just a slight coat of snow on the sidewalk. Right now, it's perfectly safe to walk. Same thing on the roads. If you take a look, there's not a lot of accumulation as of right now. We know that as the storm moves in, that will change. I will tell you that we saw many people earlier today stocking up on salt and other supplies ahead of the storm. The city says right now they have 28 vehicles that are already on the roads, treating the streets and monitoring conditions. As the storms intensifies later tonight, that number will increase to 36 salt and plow trucks operating across the city. Officials say they have more than 3,000 tons of salt ready to use. Crews will first focus on main roads, hills, and emergency routes before moving into neighborhoods. And many people we spoke with today say they're not taking any chances. Listen.
I was not prepared a few years ago, so now I know. But I basically try to pre-salt, especially if it's ice, and then I do all these little things for my pet. But I mean, that's the best you can do. How do you prepare? You just have to have shovel and stuff ready.
Yeah, you live and you learn, as he said. And well, of course, as the storm comes by here in the Lehigh Valley, the advice for folks is to stay home right now. If you need to get anything from the store, the time is now, as roads are still mainly clear, because we know that as time goes by, that will change. Those conditions will worsen. Guys, back to you.
All right, the weather is already impacting one of the busiest days in the sky. According to FlightAware, Philadelphia International Airport has reported nearly 147 delays today and 143 cancellations. If you or someone in your family are planning to fly over the next 2 days, make sure you are checking in regularly with your airline.
And the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission expects today to be one of the top 3 busiest days of the week. They expect 550,000 vehicles to drive on the PA Turnpike today. Tuesday is expected to be the busiest travel day for the rest of the year. And parts of Mercer County and north of that area could see even more snow.
Oh, yeah, even hardware stores became a very popular pit stop the day after Christmas. NBC 10's Miguel Martinez-Valle joins us live from Hamilton Square.
Yeah, that's right. So there, as you said, there is a state of emergency here in New Jersey. And right now here in Hamilton Square, which is right outside of Trenton, we're seeing very, very light snow. Some snowflakes. Maybe you can see it on the jacket right here. That is a snowflake. The reason there's a state of emergency, of course, is because as the snow comes down, that's expected to make the roadways potentially dangerous. So officials asking anyone that doesn't have to drive to go ahead and stay at home. But we were talking to people preparing to do just that. Loading up on rock salt ahead of the expected snow.
Just got 3 small kids at home and got a lot of sidewalk, so just got to make sure to have the salt around here.
Today, many flock to Costello's Ace Hardware in Mercerville to pick up essentials, including the Fleming boys, who are eager to help Dad with the shoveling.
His broke. He had mine that was years old, and it broke this past storm, so we had to get a new one, and his brother wanted one too. And we're going to get ready for the snow tomorrow.
Employees tell me they've been busy all day and have even started running out of inventory because so many people are out preparing.
We actually have a truck on the way to pick up material from here, salt from here, and bring it to the other stores.
Many trying to get what they need before the weather hits. The acting governor of New Jersey declared a state of emergency in the Garden State, citing potential dangerous road conditions. And the New Jersey Department of Transportation issued a commercial vehicle restriction for tractor trailers, empty CDL trucks, RVs, motorcycles, and cars pulling trailers for multiple interstate highways. They're asking those who don't need to travel to stay off the roads. Many tell me after picking up what they need, that's exactly what they plan to do.
Hot tub and chill.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, hot tub definitely sounds nice right about now. It's very cold outside. The New Jersey Department of Transportation, they do say that they have crews activated, ready to go to make sure that the roadways stay clean and safe for those who do have to drive during this storm. I'll send it back to you. I'm Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.
All right, thank you, Miguel. And we want to see your snow pictures. Go to the NBC 10 app and click on See It, Share It.